All right, we're back. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint using ambient light rejection technology gain. And we're going to be doing a demonstration. We're actually going to be painting the screen today. I'm doing this a little faster because I have a lot more than I thought on my plate today, so I'm gonna have to get this thing knocked out of the way and done today. So I want to get cracking on this early because I still have stuff in the game room to complete, and until the rest of my orders and stuff get here, which will be on Sunday, I'm going to have to basically try to see if I can knock out as much as I possibly can, everything I'm doing today and every other day. All right, so I think I can use this chair right here. I can use this chair. This chair might be better. Put the chair there. Maybe I can set the stand up this way. All right. So I'm curious how this is going to take because, like I said, some of these screens have kind of a protective coating, which makes it easier for me to apply on, and some don't. Some ones that don't are actually easier to paint. So I'm just checking, making sure that everything is covered. And I have to put something behind the back of the screen for the bar. Oh, that's just peachy. I got a towel here, but that's not going to be long enough. I need my scarf. So let me tuck all this back in here. This was not supposed to fall over like this. Get in there. Behave. Let me see if I can track down my scarf. Because I got a scarf that works best in the back of this for doing this right here. I'm going to track down a scarf. Up here. It has to be downstairs in one of the cabinets. So looking for my scarf because I gotta pad that bar. Can't paint that without padding the bar. Gotta figure out where I put my scarf at. Here, so I could go a bit. Yeah. Here. Nope. Definitely not. Here, wait. Here we go. Found it. Guess I put something in weird places. Alright, there we go. So, you gotta pad the bar in the back. If you don't, you will get a freaking imprint you do not want in the middle of your screen. So you gotta pad the bar. Let me get that light broom. Dust this off a little bit. Let's see. There we go. Light broom. Any dirt that may have accumulated on the screen. thing I like about this frame is that the support rail in the back, they made it very, very sturdy. Some of them, they make a little too flimsy. And when you go to lift up your screen, it causes your screen to twist a little bit. And you end up bending your frame. I'm just in here just wiping down the screen. That's all. Make sure we got any dust in here. That's wrong. Padding right there. All right. Let's see. So I gotta put some links in there for you to watch from the other screens I painted. So that way you can get an idea. Just want to put this in here real quick. Now scarves, I like scarves. Scarves work the best. You can also try bed sheets. They also work too. All you're doing is just basically putting a protective padding between the bar and the screen. Because you don't want to get that bar imprint there. That's going to look real ugly in the center of your screen. It's going to drive you nuts. Because you might not see it when you're watching anything colorful or with some contrast in it, but the minute a white snowstorm pops up or something like that, you are definitely going to see it. I think I'm going to, my screen in here, I think I'm going to do a spray coat on it. We're going to do a half spray coat and half roll on. Because I got people asking me about, okay, if I do a spray coat, is it different from a roll on? I'm going to show you they're both the same. It's just all about basically on the fastest way to put your application on, that's all. Some people are doing a much bigger surface. You might want to go with spraying it. If you're doing something above 150 inches, I mean, you can roll it on if you want. But it's up to you on how you want to do it. But some people just prefer to, over there. Some people just prefer to spray it on. It depends on what you're comfortable with. Some people aren't comfortable with paint sprayers, they just don't like them. So I'm gonna bring you over here because I want you to see inside my container real quick. I'm gonna show you that this is a half a quart. Actually, no, sorry, this is a half a gallon. Right there, you can see that for yourself. That's a half a gallon, so now you fill it all the way to the top. It's a half a gallon, so that's 2 quarts in there that we need to paint this screen. That's all of 138 inches, about 2 quarts, that's it. So black in there, I can see right there. Yeah, get a little farther up, maybe you can see it that way. I want to mark my walls. But yeah, it's about 2 quarts in there. That's all you need. So how we know the screens, when we paint them, people say, well, how do you know how many quarts? Because you got to paint it quart by quart. That's how you know. Anytime I'm doing a screen test, maybe to get you in there, you can see. A little better than that. See if we can get up under this light right here. It's pretty bright in this area. There we are, nice and bright in this area. You can see it now. It's so dark in there, that's why. But yeah, it's about half a gallon in there. The 2 quarts. So what we got to do is we got to paint the screen quart by quart. That's how we know how many quarts it takes to do a screen. All right. So keep in mind, I know. When people come up to me and say, well, I didn't have enough. No, I've done this already. This is how we know. This is how I know the ceiling takes 3 quarts to do. Because I did it quart by quart because, you know, I'm curious to see how many it's going to take. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our paint, as I usually do, and I just pour right down the side. Right there. And then I start with doing my corners. Be careful because this will splatter a little bit. Yeah, if you're doing it without a cloth, a drop cloth, it's going to splatter a little bit. bit of a paint pan. And I can see separation. So basically that tells me that I'm gonna have to go back over with a light coat that fits, because they got a kind of protective material in here that pretty much protects the screen. If you go in and you basically spill something against it, whatever, it's got a slip coating on it. You won't get that on plexiglass. Funny thing about it. You'll see a little white spot popping up. That means the surface has a bit of a slick coating to it. That's all. I just have to put a foundation on it, that's all. Now, if this didn't have it, this would all be covered, like I did the other screen. He sat there and said that, now see, if this screen didn't have that coating on it, that whole thing would cover. When he sat there and said that he didn't have enough in 2 quarts, you see how much paint is globbed all the way across there? I think I put too much paint on the screen. He's saying he didn't have enough to paint a 140-inch screen. This is 138. You see them huge drops of paint right there? Pretty much if this screen didn't have that coating on it, all this would have been done. All I would have to do is that little part right there, and I'm done. That's it. Yeah, I know. I told you, I know. I know. Now, that's why I tell people, some surfaces that you'll get, and I still got, like I said, paint that I got to smooth out on here because I shouldn't have put this much down. I put too much. You hear me saying I put down too much. Too much. Look at this. I want you to see this. Now, like I said, this is normal. This is what you're going to call laying your foundation down. All right? So this is how you see those white spots. If you get this on your screen, that means your screen has a protective coating on it. So all you got to do is just go over like this. Don't worry about it. Let it dry. Once it dries and the foundation applies, go back over, it disappears. That's all. That's all you got to do. But I'm going to show you. Now, this is a 138-inch screen. He had a 140-inch. You see those big globs of paint? That's the paint that I poured down. I told you I might have put down too much. Not where I spread it out nice and even. So, like I said, this coating wasn't on here. This entire thing would have been painted already. And I still have more paint in the container over here. There's still more paint in there in that container. So that's how I know. See, when people do stuff like that, I guess they don't really think that I'm going to be thorough about what I do. As you see me come on here and I collect multiple sample sheets of high performance screens. I have multiple projectors. I do multiple demonstrations on different environments. We don't do the same environment inside the house. We go outside, got different rooms we go to because the environment changes every time I pass through a different room. So I do things differently over here. So wouldn't you think that I would have taken the time out to do the measurements, find out how much paint it would take to paint per screen? Actually, we give you more than what you're supposed to have to paint the screen because the coverage on the screen is pretty good. So I know this already. So some people, what they'll do is, and like I said, I've seen it all. Some people say they don't have enough to paint the screen so they can get an extra free quart or get a quart for cheap. I was born yesterday. See, that's knowledge of God right there. And people ask me, well, how do you know? Because I had to paint it. That's how I know. I had to paint it quart by quart. You paint 180-inch screen quart by quart. That takes a little time to do. Now, as this, we're gonna put this ring fan down here. Because we're gonna fan dry this as we paint it. Yep, we're gonna throw the fan on and fan dry as painted. I gotta get in those corners. I found my paintbrushes too, thank goodness. I don't wanna do that again. Alright. Let's grab ourselves a fan. And let's we're gonna fan dry some of this while we're doing this. Not to put anybody on blast, people gotta understand. I do my homework. Alright, so don't come on here and act like that because you know me, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Especially if it's technology that I developed and made. Well, actually, I can say I developed, God developed and made. You know what I mean? We developed and made. I know my product. You know what I mean? It's like somebody designing a car engine, and somebody's gonna go in and tell them how their car engine should be working, or that's supposed to be working, or so and so and so. You know, like I said, I know this already. I have to know this. We'll let that dry, and then go right back over it again. It'll dry all evenly. See that part right there is already, the coat's starting to take already on that side already. But you'll get that sometimes. Even if you spray it, it comes up the same way. You just want that protective coat. I gotta get my brushes too. I gotta get these corners real good. So let me do that too while I got all this on here. This time, figured out where I put my brushes at. Because I'm not doing what I did the last time with that other screen. That was only a 90 something, 92. So, we got a little extra paint on the board. Get some of this. Of course, it's got the wrapper on it. Okay. That's a new one for me today. Like the wrapper on it. Put that in there. Now, I see people see me doing this with a paintbrush, and the first thing they think he's painting the screen with a paintbrush. Don't do that. I'm just dabbing the corners, getting the areas where the roller can't reach. Then I go back over top of it. Get some of this extra paint that I have here. A lot of extra paint right here. Kind of like, think about it, I'm using my screen as a paint pan and painting the screen at the same time. Make sure my pants are pulled up here. I don't want to be showing anything I shouldn't be showing. There we go, that's better. I'm just evening it out right now. That's all. And then getting in my corners real well. Don't forget my corners real good. Getting the corners. Like I said, it has that protective coating on it. But put a little more paint than I'm used to putting out. It didn't require that much. So, make sure that heavy paint that's still on the screen is all coated in properly. That's all. That's all. I'm going to show you something right here. Now that's getting that done, get that coat done on there. It's getting done right there. Let me show you something right here. Now it's about 2 quarts. I use less than 2 quarts to paint that screen. We're going to get ourselves a container right here. See, I'm going to drop you guys. Man. All right. Mine is always still going to be more paint in the container because that's excess paint that hasn't dripped off the sides and so forth. I'm going to show you right here. Now mine, I added too much paint to the screen. You see those large droplets all over the screen, but I poured down across it. We still got more paint in here, and this is how much we got left. So he should have had more than enough paint to be in a 140-inch screen. He should have got 150 out of it. And you see me go down with 2, go back over that screen. I put enough paint down there for 2 applications easily. But I said I put too much down. Like I told you, I'll back it up. 100%, I'll back it up. Done this already. And this is why I'll do this with the Crow Boys from time to time. And the first thing, they'll challenge me on something, I'll back it up. And then the first thing come out of their mouth is, oh, you're bragging. You're this, you're that. No, I'm not bragging it up, but just prove you're wrong, that's all. Just accept it and move on. That's all you gotta do. Accept it, move on. Alright. So we'll let that get a little bit of, alright, dry a little bit. And I just have to go over something real light, just in case if any of the parts are still spreading out. Other than that, it's drying real well. Let that dry and take care of itself. Wrap up my it don't take much at all. Try to tell them I do paint on demonstrations all the time. I mean, you're not going to tell me how my product is supposed to work, and I come here and do live demonstrations with you all the time. Alright, so let's come over here and check out the fire stick while that's drying. This paint off me first, I don't want to make the projector. You know, sometimes people don't realize that when I do demonstrations, I'll deliberately set things in the demonstration that I know that a particular Crow Boys are going to ask about. I'll leave them in their video. Hopefully they'll challenge me on that, and then I can prove them wrong again. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? From the UK, how you doing? Like when I was doing the 4,000 lumen Christie in here, and I had to sit right over there, and one of them came in and said, "Oh yeah, using a 4,000 projector. Let me see your settings." Oh, that was a bad day for that fellow, because I went and showed the settings. That projector was set to 0. Everything in that projector was set to 0 except for the keystone, and that was it. And then basically they just go back to the whole camera theory. If you notice that when I prove them wrong, they'll always go back to the camera theory, as in he has to be changing the brightness in his camera. Can I deliver to the UK? Nope, can't do it. Due to the COVID-19, PayPal is restricting any orders to the UK. But if you do have somebody here within the United States, we can ship it to them, and you can ship it. They can ship it to you. We can do it that way. But other than that, no, can't do it. Oops, got to put that latch there for a minute. Can't do it. Yeah, I'll check out that for a minute. That's drying real nice. That's going to look real nice when I get it set up. That's going to look real nice when we get it set up. I got to get some LED lights behind the back of that too. I don't think I even have enough LED lights to even reach that. Yeah, that's the only problem. Yeah, I wish I could, man. A lot of good people in the UK. I was shipping orders out too, but yeah, can't do that no more. All right, let's set up the fire stick. All right. Oh, you got a cousin in New York City? We can ship it to him. Yep, I'm in Philadelphia. That'll get there in no time at all. That'll get there in no time at all. All right, so we're going to do it on this right here. All right, so let's take out the Chromecast out the back. And let's grab a fire stick. Here. Also, too, I found out. Now, my biggest concern, when usually with the Chromecast, I can run as many of those through the house as I possibly want. Oh, by the way, that's the blackout cloth we used to give you for free, but we can't do it anymore. I got a few people in the UK, but not a lot of people. Like I said, not on that level. But, you know. So, usually with the Chromecast, you can hook multiple Chromecasts to your house. So people are asking, okay, what about the Fire Stick? Can I run multiple of them? Yeah, you can run actually 10, I think 6 or 7 off one account, which is good because I was not going to set up a whole bunch of accounts. So they give you a whole bunch of stuff. That's the Fire Stick right there. That's all it is right here. That's the Fire Stick. And this is the one that allows you to talk through. So let me see if I can get to the wrapper on this. All right. So there you are. That's the power supply on the side right there. So where the power supply goes in. So kind of, let me see. So right here, it's your cord for power supply. That's basically about it. You just plug this part into this part right here. So when it's on camera, it's a little difficult. Make sure I get this right. Got a bad habit of jacking stuff up. All right, so there we go. Much like that. It's like the same thing of plugging something into a cell phone, powerful cell phone. All right. Then you get the remote control right there. There's your remote control with the microphone on it. Which now got me kind of thinking now, like I got 2 of these now. If I talk to one, will the other one listen? Or will they both talk to each other? See, I'm kind of thinking about that one now. And if I sit there and call one of them to do something, like I want to watch something here, will it change over there? So there we go. That could be a problem. I didn't think about that one when I purchased another one. So we'll see if that happens. If you have multiple in your house and you speak on one, then will the other one react? And that'd be really freaky. Like if I come down here at night and the projectors are on and both of them are playing that static screen from the poltergeist, that'd be freaky. And they're both talking back to each other. The human is here. All right, so okay. And then you get this thing right here in the box. Okay, so you know it does come with batteries. You get batteries right here. Let me show you real quick. There's your batteries. This right here is an adapter just in case if you don't have room to stick. I can actually plug it in here and you can bend it downward, which I have. Look at an extender. All right, so I'm automatically going to hook mine to this one because I'm going to bend it to the back of my projector. So all you got to do is run it from here to here, into there. On camera, it's done. That's it. This plugs into the back of your projector. Power supply plugs into the back of this, like so. That's it right there. So I'm going to run this through the HDMI in the back of mine. And now, detecting source. There's the fire stick popping up. Little Amazon smile. How you doing? All right, let me get this package open real quick. Yeah, it's amazing. When you talk to the microphone, I freaking love it, man. I freaking love it. Chromecast was one that speaks too, but I've been with Chromecast for a while, and sometimes that component gets kind of temperamental, but I do like Chromecast. I still do. I'm still going to keep one of them in the house. All right, searching for the remote control. Yeah, I'm trying to get the wrapper open for the remote control, and it's back here fighting me on the wrapper. Hold on. No, don't put it in that language, please. I will never understand what I'm... No. Hold on. Really? Seriously? I got you. Just give me a minute. It's okay, cool, because it's not picking up the other remote control. The other remote control's in the other room. It's not picking up on it. That's just, I don't know. Let's try this to open up in the back. Yeah, the backs are kind of hard because there's no grip there to push that. Just a little thumb area right there, and you don't want to snap your controller in half. All right, I'm gonna have to disconnect this for a minute because this sucker's already activating, and I'm just trying to get the freaking controller open. Look at this crap. I love it. It's a good system, but look what I gotta go through just to get the back piece off. It's supposed to just slide off. Oh, yeah. The Amazon. Make it a little easier, like you child-proof this thing. I guess keep the kids from... kids don't take batteries anymore. What do they do? Freaking unbelievable. Last time I had a problem getting one of these open. Seriously? Look at this. You think I'm joking? Look at this right here. Literally hard to get the remote control, the back of the remote control. Yes, these things are freaking hard to open, like literally. And you want to be careful because you don't want to snap this thing in half. Like, why? Seriously. Wow. Unfreaking believable. This is freaking nuts. He's not joking. It's just serious. It's a nightmare to get these things off. Like, I don't even know why they made them this way. It's so slick. There's nothing there to grip onto. It's just this little divot right there. That's it. Yeah. And you don't want to make the mistake and snap your controller in half because it's flimsy. It's not flimsy, but you can snap it in half pretty easy. Oh, man. Let me get me a screwdriver, a little flathead screwdriver. Maybe I can tuck underneath the crack and push it over at the same time. Oh, shoot. I thought my phone fell off for a minute. Okay. Put it back here. Maybe you can get in here and get it open. Amazon, you got to reconstruct your remote control, man. I don't know what you were thinking with that one. Come on, man. Really? You gotta find me a precision screwdriver just to open up your freaking remote control. Step one, easily. And I love the instructions. Step one, Just take the back of the remote control. It's that easy. And place the batteries in. Yeah, it doesn't say you run around your house looking for knives and whatever. Just jack open the back. You don't want to break it or anything. Where's my blade at? Where's the blade in this bad boy? Freaking unbelievable. I'll stab myself in the process. So yeah, I use a blade to get in. There you go. Once you get it popped open, you can get access to it. Other than that, it's fantastic. Just the remote control is a bit of a nightmare to get inside. It really is. I don't even know why they made it that way. But he's right. When he said they're hard to get into remote controls, the remote controls are hard to get into. So when it comes time to replace the batteries, I'm going to get some door cells. Yeah. I got some door cells. I'm not going back into there again. Yeah, you gotta pick and choose your battles. Alright. I ought to send them this video. Like, hey look! Customer review! This is what I had to go through to get to the back of the remote control. I'm freaking trying to crack the Da Vinci Code. Alright. Let's plug it back in. And for some reason, mine's reading in another country. I don't know why. Japanese. Let me see. No, that's not me. There we go. That'd be me. Okay. All right, people. Let's go ahead. Make sure I got my batteries, everything in correct. Oh, my bad. That's my fault. I'm pressing the wrong button. No, it's my fault. I pressed the wrong button. This is how I figure out what English you speak. Here we go. I was pressing the wrong button. My fault. All right, choose your language. That'd be English. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Confirm your Fire Stick. Scan your network. Alright, this is where I got to turn you guys to the side for a minute because I got personal information that's about to pop up and you can't see it. Ha ha ha! When you can't see it. No keyboard in this bad boy. I'm using keyboards on everything. Alright. Alright, give me a minute. I'm connecting. Connection successful. Alright, let me shove this over onto the wall because I got to remove this thing anyway. On that blackout cloth, you're not going to be able to see jack. So let's bring it Oh, how far do I have to push this projector over, literally, just to hit that side of the wall? Apparently all the way over. Alright, there we go. That's better. Now it's just resetting. Let's unplug something. Then it's resetting. There we go. Installing the latest software. Da 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 da. The reason why I was making a mistake, I made the mistake when it was picking up, trying to figure out exactly which one was my my English, not English, which one my language. I kept pressing this part, and I was supposed to be pressing that one right there in the middle. So we'll let that load it right there. I'm going back to smooth out my screen because I put, like I said, a lot of paint down. Here, I don't know which one you're going to watch. You want to watch this upload? Or you want to watch me basically finish smoothing out my screen? I don't know which way you want to go with this. So I guess I'll leave it there. Because I already made the screen, I'm just moving it out. You can watch that thing upload. So that way if you get one, you can see it working with your projector. Hey, where we at? Oh, gee whiz. It's going to take some time. It's getting there. It's an unplugged power cable. It's getting there. So at least you got an idea, you know, exactly what you're getting yourself when you buy one. So I guess they all don't link together, but then again, like I said, the voice recognition, I don't know about that one, but because if that was the case, my other remote control would have linked up with no problem. right. Just want to make sure that no personal information pops up. There we go. I told you when the screen, you got to just go over it with a couple of, about one application. Once it dries, go over it again, and you'll get rid of those little white areas that'll pop up. Fire stick over right there. It should not ask me to go online and register because I already did that one already. I'm hoping not to do it again over and over again because I already did it on that one already. So getting that smiley face. All right, see that bump in the middle? That's the padded bar. All right, so basically now it's just scanning for updates. Download latest software, pretty much that's it. Finishing updates, that's pretty fast. I'm curious if it asked me to register when I already did register already. I'm curious, because Google does the same thing. Yep, you do. You have to go into already to your account. So I have to go into my Amazon account. So right there, right here, you can't see it, but this new account and your other account, you just basically just pick your account. Which, let me see. Oh, you can't see that right there. All right, I got to put you guys right here. Let's see. All right, give me a pen on me. No pen on me. Nothing. 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 Alright, so I gotta put this code in real quick, but I don't want to leave you here watching paint dry because you don't want to be getting bored over that. So let's go upstairs and I'll put you guys in the gaming room while I go into my office and put this code in so I can activate the Fire Stick. So pretty much what happens is it brings you up to your account. If you already got a pre-existing account, what it'll do is it'll tell you to go into your account, and what you have to do is you have to go to activation.com/code, punch in the code into that particular option, and then after that your system will activate already. So you just have to do that every time. So I'll bring you guys in here. I finally got the gaming chair set up. Been in here for the last couple of days with me and my best friend. Been in here doing some gaming. I'm still working out the rest of the stuff in here, but I'll bring you guys in here. There's the Monster Chrissy 505. The big boy got another Chrissy right there, so still working in here. But we'll get it all done. I'll put you guys right there for a minute. And we'll fire up my other projector. Well, I think there it is. My projector's cutting on in my office. Want to see something pretty cool? Look at this. See how much light I'm getting from the hallway? That's LED lights. These are all done but LED lights. That's not even my overhead lights right there. These are my overhead lights. That's coming off these LED lights that I bought. These are a different form of LED lights. They're not like the ones I got downstairs. This is a more of a soft glow kind of LED lights used for basically for lighting your home. Oh shoot, my battery's so low. Wait a minute, let me grab a charger real quick because my battery's so low. But 30 minutes, it should be about 30 minutes for the fan, but I put 2 heavy coats on. Hold on a minute. It'll probably take about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. And due to the fact that I had to put a heavy coat on it, because I had to basically go over it twice because, like I said, that particular surface had that interesting coating on it. Causes the paint to separate a little bit. Hold on for a minute. Trying to get you guys charged up real quick. Where's my charge at? 5%. Wow, 5%. All right. So now we're in here. Let me see. Well, this is a 135 inch. It's a 135 inch screen. It's the same one I had downstairs, but now I have 135 on the deck. So we had a screen swap out. On the deck, I used to have 126. That's the one in the living room now. The one, the big one you see sitting near the window. The 135 is outside on the deck now. It actually fit perfectly, which means I could have went up to 135 for the deck. So that's already mounted in place. I'm going to do a demonstration of that soon. I got to use short throws on that screen because it's so big. I don't have the distance to actually fill out that screen. And basically up here, I have 135 up here. The screen over here is around 100 inch right there. And then the one I have over here, which I'm building, I painted that on the wall, and I'm actually building a screen frame around it. It's like an arcade. That's for all my retro gaming systems right there. Oh, by the way, the adapter came in for the Dreamcast, so I'll be running the Dreamcast up there with Marvel versus Capcom. Remember that Marvel versus Capcom for Dreamcast? I have it here, so we'll be doing some gaming on that too. But that one right there is actually painted on the wall, and I built an arcade cabinet around it. There's the rest of the joystick that I got for the system. Yeah, and then real quick, let me show you something real quick. We'll see if I can put this code in real quick. My timer runs out here. I'll show you real quick. So I have all projectors that run through my house. That's why I was telling you, you don't want to be stuck in the dark. And that's the beautiful thing about our technology. You don't have to be stuck in the dark. I got veneer curtains up here because I want as much light to push in this area as possible. So I'm going to show you something real quick. I'll tell you that all my screens in here, even down to my work PC, all run off projectors. So over here in my office, as you can see, it's all well lit. There's my projectors and stuff like that. The only screen I have in here that runs off a TV is my computer monitor, my security cameras. They run off that. But this is my screen I work on. This is a 79-inch portrait mode projection screen setup that I designed for myself because I read a lot of documents. And that's my system saying, no, you're not punching in information. Hold on for a minute. Let me activate this real quick. So as I said, you see that I have, in all my environments, there's a lot of light. Because I can't be here in the dark doing this, I can't. And then for fun, over here, I got a motorized projection screen coated our technology right there. If I want to basically come off of this and I want to watch some movies, I can pull my chair back, I can watch some movies on here. So let me go in here and take all this out right here. Move this down right here. Let me show you something pretty cool. Let's go into a page real quick. Let's bring up long wallpaper. All right, I'm gonna use this one right here for my personal, as my wallpaper. There you go. I'm gonna show you how beautiful this screen looks right here. Black, all black. There you go. That's how hot. Yep. And I can sit here in a full lit environment, plenty of light pushing through. My office, particularly, the lights are always on in my office. And this is the screen. Sometimes I want to watch some movies. I got my projector set up over there. I can sit here and watch some movies. Just lean back over there and just watch my movies and stuff. Because I can't do it on that screen. That's all portrait mode only. Come back in here. I'm going to set up over here. There we go. Let me put this code in real quick. Let me put something on for you guys. Let me see. Yeah, but that screen's going to take a little. I've painted and dried screens right on camera. That's going to take a little longer because I had to put the coat on a little heavier because, like I said, I had that. The minute I painted, I seen the paint start to separate. I said, oh yeah, it's got that coating on it. So that's what I had to do. I had to go in there and basically put a little heavier on there. Let's go with some little 4K scenery. Let's get out of here. We do some outer space or something on here.
Our home is where we feel our safest, where we come together.
Let me see. Trying to get their channel. Let's see. Reach. Trying to bring something you can enjoy while I'm in there putting this code in real quick, which I think probably would expire by now. There you go. Y'all can just watch that for a minute. I'm gonna go put this code in real quick. I wonder if this all it shows is just this right here. Let me make sure you got something else to watch besides a. Okay, let me see what they got set up on here. That's boring. It's kind of boring. I don't know if you want to watch that right there. Outer space is pretty cool. Everybody loves outer space. And give you a chance to appreciate the contrast stuff in an all whatnot well lit area. It's not blasting in here, so that's good. Let me go put these codes in real quick. I'll be back. pause this for a minute. So code just went through a few minutes ago. Oh, mother freaking Jerry's ghost. I hit the main freaking switch and freaking turned off my projector prematurely. It sucks. All right, so we're done in here. Got the code already activated. Thank you so much. I appreciate that comment. There's the screen. It's getting there. Now my code is activated already. All right, let's see. Right there. Now keep in mind, when you set up your account, you might want to sign out of your Amazon account. Sign out of it. And then you want to go into your search bar and you want to put in www.amazon.com/code. And then when you go to sign into your account, it'll bring you to a little option screen that will allow you to be able to put that code in that they give you on here. They'll flash and give you a code. Once that code goes in, it automatically activates. And guess what? I left the remote control upstairs in the office, so I'm going back up the stairs again. I hate doing this over and over again. Going back up and down the stairs. Let's go do this. Alright. That's why I gotta get me some remote control posters for around the house, because I got certain areas that take certain LED lights and some don't. Alright. Wi-Fi password. I did all that crap already. Hold on for a minute because they want to ask for anything weird from me. Voice activation. Okay. I guess we're asking what the voice activation settings are. It's okay, cool. Hold on. So now it's preparing to set the remote control. Alright, so advanced setup. No, we need advanced setup. I can always go back and change all of that. Join something, six step. The volume. Alright, let me see. Successfully set up remote control. That's it, pretty much it. Now I was just going to ask you about, we got to bring this up a little bit, about different things require service or payments and stuff like that. This is pretty much you just picking out what shows you like. I'm pretty much Disney and Hulu and Showtime. And now keep in mind, you don't get all, some of these shows you got to pay for. Like, you know, you got to pay for a subscription or whatever for it. Then we'll go over and they'll ask for this and just grab all that. It doesn't make a really difference because I'm pretty much just going to watch everything. Really don't care. Over in sports, yep, that's definitely going to happen. Yep, so there you go, right there. Right there. There we go. Alright, yep, switch, yep. Funny thing, the only thing I watch is YouTube, and I watch Homestead channels. That's all I watch. Alright. This should pretty much be the end of it right there. Alright. I did this already. Hold on for a minute. Something I did wrong. It's my fault. Sorry about that. Wait, and I got the projector. I keep forgetting the projector set at 235.1. When you set them at 235.1, it is hard to read anything because half the stuff is missing. I did the entire application 235.1. Let's go up here to 4.3. There we go, that's a little better. Alright, cool. And that way I can see a little better what I'm looking at here. All right, so definitely History Channel. I love freaking history. All right, so it should be good there. All right, so there's all the stuff right there. That's going to pop up in my menu. All right. We'll finish from here. I'm going to test the microphone. I got to turn the fan off because she's not going to hit the fan. YouTube 4K fish. So you have to download YouTube. So right over there, just hit that, and you'll download YouTube automatically. Hooray, you got a net. Woohoo. All right. That's pretty much it. Just going to download apps and stuff like that. If you get HBO, you're going to have to pay some kind of subscription fee for it. Of course, YouTube's already launched. So open that up. So if I go in and say, let's see, YouTube, how to cook toast. I know, I said cook toast. YouTube, how to boil water.
Getting that from YouTube.
You think I'm joking? There's literally videos on how to boil water. I used to be looking at dumb stuff that other people would look up. How to boil water, right there. A lot of you not yet to watch the video. It's funny. And you got 780K views when someone explaining you how to boil water. YouTube, how to butter bread.
Getting that from YouTube.
Yeah. How to perfectly butter toast. A lot of you not. If it's on here, you find this kind of dumb stuff that I've been looking up for. Just dumb stuff like figure like who made a video? Anyone ever make a video on how to boil water or how to boil toast? The funniest ones I've ever seen is how to make Kool-Aid. That is freaking hilarious. I've seen some pretty good ones on how to make Kool-Aid. Here's one. Excuse me. If you got some time to kill, I've done this one already. I do this every day. Watch this. Watching paint dry.
Getting paint dry from Prime Video.
No, watching paint dry. You gotta speak clearly sometimes. Hold on. They'll put up Prime videos for you to watch. Hold on. YouTube.
Here's YouTube.
Watching paint dry.
Getting paint dry from Prime Video.
Okay. It's not 100% correct all the time, but you know how it works. We all have voice recognition systems in our homes, like the Alexas. They don't get it right half the time as it is. Let me see. YouTube, world's biggest cupcake.
Getting that from YouTube.
World's biggest cupcake. No, come on, that's not even big enough. So you can go ahead and get for your channels like Hulu, sports. If there's something in Hulu like you really you want like something like Seinfeld episodes, you just speak it to the mic, it'll bring it right up. So like I said, it's a lot easier than basically just going through the control and trying to figure out where it's at. And you just speak it. That's what you get exactly what you want. You can see I'm kind of tired because I've been up early this morning, but that's pretty much it right there. All right, so once this screen dries and everything, I'll hang it up. And we had to do a demonstration of that. You had to see the screen hung up and everything, so forth. I think I have more LED lights in here, so I can run LED lights on the bottom of it. Other than that, I got to start getting some situation in here so I can figure out exactly how much I got to move around in here to get the screen to actually function properly. And actually, I need to have breakfast. I haven't eaten yet. So, okay, so let me get all this wrapped up. I'll be back on later on. And if you're thinking about getting the Chromecast, Google Fire Stick with the voice activation, there's $39 on Amazon. I bought the first one, fell in love with it, went and bought another one. And if all goes well, I'm probably going to buy another one for upstairs, which I am going to buy another one upstairs. I got that screen upstairs, that 100-inch, and I think I'm just going to use the 505 for the PS4, PS5, and Xbox Series, because the 505 upstairs has picture-in-picture, and I can swap out my images. I can do Xbox X on this little screen right here, about the size of maybe a 50-inch, and then over here I can do the massive screen with the PS5, or I can swap them back and forth or do them side by side, twin mode. So I think I'm gonna hook both systems up to that machine right there. And then for the other screen on the other side, I'm just gonna get another Fire Stick and just watch movies and shows off there, off the side one, or maybe some game strategy. Because sometimes when I'm playing a game and things may become too complicated in the game, I look up strategies, and it'd be kind of nice to just have that right there, right by my side on a big screen that I can go in and check out game strategies while I'm actually playing the game, which would be pretty cool. So that's what I'm gonna use that screen for right there. And I got to get an ultra short though for that setup in there, because I want it to be as close to the screen as possible. All right, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I got to get out of here real quick. I have much to do. Be safe out there, and God bless.